Hit it. All right, Tiger fans, welcome to round one. Sergio's laughing at me already, folks. Round one, week one of the Oklahoma State High School football playoffs. And we are here in Tahlequah, Oklahoma, and there are the Tahlequah Tigers taking the field. The 9-1 Tigers are hosting Coweta. That is overall they are 4-6. And it's Mark Jordan in the booth with Ashley Stevens. Ashley, how you doing?
I'm good. Excited to be here. First time since 1993, Mark, that we have hosted a first-round playoff here in Tahlequah. So big things happening tonight. Again, you win tonight. We move on to the quarterfinals. It'll be the third straight year to make quarterfinals. And Mark, this is the first. There's only been one other team to make the playoffs 5 years in a row. So this year's Tahlequah Tigers have really accomplished something very special, and we expect them to keep the magical run alive tonight.
We're hoping so, and you know, the last 2 years we've made it to the second round, and it sure would be nice to break through that second round and make it into the third round. You know, the winner of this game, which we hope is us, Tahlequah, will play the winner of Ardmore and Piedmont, which Ardmore is 10-0, number 2 in 5A. Piedmont, I'm not sure about their status, but I think most of the people in the know think if what happens, you know, what should happen happens, then Ardmore will win. So if we win this game, we're looking at a trip. But you don't want to overlook Coweta, and we'll probably mention it, but actually this is the third time in a calendar year we've played this team.
Absolutely, and they say it's hard to beat a team twice. It's even harder to beat a team 3 times. But if there's a team capable of doing it, you're looking at it out on the field. Tahlequah is set to receive tonight, so we're going to see the offense out early with Tate Christian, Day-Day Leathers, Johnny Fuentes, Blake Korn, Nick Grasshopper, Joe Hendricks, Hayden Napier, Brandon Davis, Jackson Jones, Kobe Baker, and Cole Goodnight will be your starting lineup. Bradley Pruitt will be coming in as well. That'll be your starting offense tonight for this opening round of playoffs as Coweta is set to kick off. Pooch kick taken at about the 26 to the 40. He's got a man. He's got a lane. He could go, Mark. He's at the 35 to the 30 to the 25 to the 20 to the 15, and he's drugged down at about the 14. They're going to mark him at the 13-yard line. That is how you take a kick back and start the drive, Mark.
Hey, that's a huge play right there, Ashley. You know, you want to get that momentum. I feel like a broken record saying it all the time, but we want to put our foot on the gas, and we don't want to take it off. And that might be the best kick return I've seen this year from the Tigers right there.
You know, if he doesn't get stumbled up at the 45-yard line, he takes it. They slowed him down just enough, allows them to catch him. They bring him down at the 14. So Tigers open up inside the red zone. Tate Christian, twins to the left. Man in motion is Kobe. Fakes the jet sweep, hands off inside. And that's Data. He's around the edge to the 10, to the 5. Ball's loose and recovered in the end zone by Coweta. Oh, my goodness, Mark.
It's like he just tossed it right to him.
They got a good shot on that ball, and it just bounced right out and recovered by Coweta in the end zone. That's going to be a touchback, and they'll take over at their own 20-yard line. So just as quickly as that momentum swung, it swung back in the other favor. And that's a big thing right there, Mark. We cannot afford those type of turnovers.
No, you've got to protect the football. You just can't do that. And, boy, you talk about a swing of emotion. There's 18 seconds have ran off the clock. And we go from thinking we're about to punch it in to, well, now they have the football.
So as we said, Coweta is going to take over at their own 20 after the turnover. They're going to go empty backfield, 5 wide, and you know that J.D. Geneva is the quarterback to watch for Coweta as he has improved drastically since week 2. And they're going to run a fake reverse or a fake reverse pass and going deep. He's got a man. Oh goodness! And he overthrew him. He had Kobe Baker beat by a step. They run a fake reverse and throw it deep. They're going to take a shot off a turnover, Mark.
Yeah, I don't blame them. And actually, they throw. We had the numbers somewhere in our paperwork. They throw around 75% of the time, 65% of the time, something like that. They will pass the ball.
Yeah, they are not afraid to throw the ball down the field. But like I said, much improved team since week 2. So here's a handoff inside. Oh, and he is stuck hard. Probably no gain, if anything, maybe a loss of 1 on the play.
Yeah, it looks like they're marketing a loss of 1.
That was Blake Korn, number 53, in on the tackle. So here we go. Trips to his right, running back offset to the left, shotgun formation. Going to bring up 3rd and long. He's back to pass. He looks to his right, looks to his left, going across, and great defensive play right there, knocking the ball down. And let's get ready to call that young man's name all night long. That's number 11, Cole Goodnight.
Actually, we're going to have to play good secondary defense because they will do that. They will throw the ball, and they have had success on those pass plays. So that defensive secondary is going to have to be – they're going to have to be on their game tonight, not letting people get above them.
So there's the punt. It's going to take a Coweta bounce, and it's going to get down at about the 30, roll back to the 32-yard line. So Tigers defense do a nice job getting a 3 and out. Now – that turnover hopefully doesn't cost us too much other than field position.
Yeah, little bit of time and a little bit of field position.
Back to defense, Mark. You're absolutely right as far as assignment football. They are going to test that secondary all night long. And, again, Cole did a great job of batting that ball away. So hopefully they can hold that up. So shotgun formation for the Tigers. Twins to the right. Day-Day to his left. Handoff inside to Day-Day. Breaks 1 tackle. Can't break the second one, but he's going to pick up about 2 on the carry. That's going to bring up 2nd and about 8 for the Tigers. Personnel package is switching.
I can't speak for the Coweta football team, but actually I know ours is we got some guys beat up. You know, here you are week 11. It's taking a toll on some of their bodies, and I know some of them were visiting chiropractors and everything else trying to get joints worked out before tonight's game.
So play clock winding down, and Tahlequah is going to take a timeout. You know, I get asked a lot about this right here. Actually, they're going to take a delay of game, it looks like, as to what's going on. Well, there's a lot going on here, folks. They line up, and they want to see what the defense is in, whether they're in zone, whether they're in man, and then they want to get the call in. And so they're trying to get that call in, and they're going to take every bit of that 25-second play clock. But it's a great plan. It gives them a good look, you know. So this time it's going to cost us 5 yards, but it's going to bring up 2nd and long for the Tigers. Trips to the left, Day-Day to the left. Fakes the handoff. It's a bubble screen to Kobe. Kobe's got it. He's to the 35. Trying to make a man miss. Good open field tackle at about the 41-yard line. So that's going to bring up 3rd and short for the Tigers. Did you see how much space they gave Kobe?
He had a lot of room in front of him. And, actually talking about that 25-second clock, one thing I've noticed too, here we are week 11. We've had a lot of different officiating crews. A lot of that depends on how quick the referee is on starting that. We've had some that really take their time, and then others, as soon as they get that ball set, they're starting it.
So handoff inside to Day-Day, and they're marking him short on a no gain, so that should bring up 4th and about 1, so no gain. I'm sorry, that was Carson Ferguson in on the carry, not Day-Day, excuse me. I don't have my glasses on, Mark, so that's a pretty far it's hard to see those numbers this far away.
Yeah.
So Tigers are going to elect to punt. On 4th and 1 as the punt team walks in. There's a snap. It's a low snap. Punt takes a Coweta bounce, and it's going to be stopped and down at about the 36-yard line, maybe 36 and a half. So 3 and out for the Tahlequah. Coweta is going to take over at their own 36 and a half. So defensively for Tahlequah, we're going to be led by Blake Korn, followed by Bear Thompson, Isaac Strange, Zach Fuentes, Dylan Parrish, Cole Goodnight, Simon Escalera, Colby Baker, Quayshawn Leathers, Trey Patrick, and Colton Booth are your starting Tiger defense. So trips to the right, running back to the left, back to the pass. He's looking to his left, throws, and that's batted down there. Great defensive coverage. Mark, can you tell that they practice timing routes in Coweta?
Yes, they
That
do.
was just a comeback route or as he turns, and that ball was thrown before he ever got into his cut. You can tell that they must work that route routinely there in Coweta.
And Booth, for us, did a good job getting that fist in there and punching the ball away. Those, we've said it, but those cornerbacks, free safeties, some of those linebackers, they're gonna earn their money tonight defending the pass.
So quarterback keeper around to the left side, and he's got not much going there as he's met by a whole host of Tigers. That's their tight package. They bring in double tights and overload and then run to the strong side. So good job by the defense. It's going to bring up 3rd and about 8 for Coweta. Yeah, Colton Booth had a good breakfast this morning of Bryant's Donuts. I know this because I was right there with him this morning.
Bryant's Donuts doesn't sound too bad.
It's our Friday tradition, donuts with Dad, we like to call it. All right, trips to the right, shotgun. He looks back to his left. He's wanting to go deep. He's got all day. Finally pressured, throws across the middle. His receiver was not ready for that incomplete pass. That's going to bring up 4th and long for Coweta. Great coverage by the Tigers, but got to get a little more pressure, and I think that's one of the things Coach Gilbert and Coach Wilson talked about earlier this week. They had to get pressure on defense.
Yes, they've got to get through that offensive line and get Geneva where he's not in the pocket operating. He's a good quarterback for a high school team. There's no doubt about that.
So punt, nearly blocked. Bounces at about it. Oh goodness, he's man. He gives me a heart attack.
I know it. Boy, I thought Kobe was going to touch that ball, and
so the ball was down at about the 15-yard line, but man, he was so close to that. So good punt for Coweta. So offensively, going to start back again inside our own 20. So field position battle again tonight, Mark, and it looks like they marked it at the 14, not the 15. They gained an extra yard there. Tigers trying to get something going on offense. Play clock is already down to 8. Getting set, 5 wide formation. 4 wide, man in motion. That's Kobe. Face the jet sweep to Kobe. Looking deep down the seam. And there's a pass interference call. Great call right there as he was there just a little bit earlier. Now the defender has a right to go for the ball. However, he got and bumped that receiver a little bit early, and great call there by the referee. It's going to be pass interference against Coweta. That'll give us a first down. And that is the call. Pass interference. So move us forward. 1st and 10 for Tahlequah. You notice Coweta runs that 4-3. And a lot of times they're in a cover 0, no safety up top. So hopefully they should take advantage of that over the top, just like they tried last week. So here we go. Trips to the left, Day to the left, or running back to the left. Single to the right. Checks the sideline. Play clock's at 15, plenty of time. There's snap, handoff inside, cuts back, trying to get into the zone, and not much going there. No gain on the play. That's Carson Ferguson. I keep saying Day. It's Carson Ferguson.
I'm not real sure why Day's not in there, Ashley. That I know he was He was on tap to play, and I'm sure he's suited out down there. I'm trying to look for him, but I also know he had some dings.
A good pass and good completion there to Kobe Baker out of the inside slot. I'm sorry, Cole Goodnight. And that's going to be a pickup of about 6. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4, maybe 3rd and 3 on the play. So once again, here's a first down that we need to get. Keep this drive alive, get something going here. 6:38 to go in the first. Simeon Armstrong around the corner, trying to get to the edge. And he's going to be brought down at about the 36-yard line. Nowhere to go. So that's going to bring up 4th and 3 for the Tigers. Expect to see the punt team.
You know, sometimes, Ashley, you can dance yourself out of yardage. And you just, at some point, you've got to cut it up. And just the fact of cutting it up, a lot of times you'll get – we lost a yard there.
Sure.
So, and you know, he kept trying to deke those defenders, and if he would have just cut it up, he would have – I'm not saying we got first down, but we wouldn't have lost yardage.
So there's the kick, and it's going to roll, take a Tahlequah roll, and going to go out of bounds at about the 38-yard line. No, you're right, especially when you run to the short side of the field. You don't have a lot of room to play with there. It's more of a matter of get up the field and fall forward.
Yes.
You know, falling forward will get you that extra yard you're looking for. It's a matter of knowing where you're at on the field and what you've got to get and where you got to get to. And those are just game situations right there. So, Mark, it's seems to be a defensive battle. You know, the most action we had was the kickoff.
When we played on week 2 this year, we beat them 47-37. So you know they can score points. We can score points. Of course, you don't see Day out there, and so there's some other.
Pass over the middle, and that was dropped. He hit him right in the hands. He was covered by 33, Simon Escalera, but he had a step, hit him right in the hands, and he dropped it. You know, it's cold, and that is something that ball will be really, really hard when it's this cold out here, and it's going to be tough to catch for those receivers.
Ashley, we got some people listening to us driving around. We got Aaron Dillard, former Tahlequah softball player, college softball player as well. So she's listening to us tonight.
Fakes the handoff inside, tries the left side of the field. And there's a penalty. That's usually in the area of holding. I didn't see it, but we'll see what they'll call. They only pick up about 2.
It looked like one of their offensive linemen was holding one of ours on the ground.
Holding is the call against Coweta, so that's going to back them up 10. Defense doing a decent job so far tonight. A lot of listeners at home, Mark, Dr. Roten and his wife Monica, faithfully listening to us, and want to say thank you to them as they were kind enough and generous enough to buy our lunch the other day. And anytime you get free lunch, it just makes that lunch so much better.
Oh, heck yeah.
So we want to thank them for always listening and being big Tiger supporters. Not real sure what they're conferring on, but they have moved the ball back up. See how they're going to mark this off. Here we go. Holding is the call. Now we're on back it up. I think it was more of a ball spotting issue.
Yeah, I don't think it was an issue of a foul. I think maybe they started marking it off before they were ready or something. I'm not entirely sure.
So they're going to replay it down. It's going to be 2nd and forever for Coweta. Back to pass, looks to his left. He's going to step up in the pocket, wants to throw down the middle. And that's incomplete. Good coverage there. That's Colton Booth, number 17, breaking the pass up. So it's going to bring up 3rd and 20 for the Tigers of Coweta.
Those defensive backs for the Tigers, we're going to have to play very disciplined. We don't want to get there early like on the pass interference call that Coweta had, but we've got to be on those guys. We can't let them break free.
So here we go, twins both sides, running back to the left. Fakes the handoff, getting some pressure. There we go. Now he's scrambling. Tiger defense, he's looking for someone to throw. And let's see what happened. No, incomplete pass. Great job, exactly what the Tiger defense needed to do.
Trey Patrick right there on the defense, and actually he timed his jump just right. That was good defense, and that's that 9-5-9 defense of Coach Wilson. You want to see that continuing to hold these guys until our offense can get to firing.
I'll be honest with you, as a defensive lineman, this is the type of ball game you want to be in. To go after a team that throws the ball so much, Mark, when you can just get to pin your ears back and get after them, that's what you want to get after and do. So Kobe, the Heartbreak Kid, I'm just going to start calling him that now as my heart attack is going up and going down. He tries to fair catch the ball and then fumbles it and then recovers it.
Telling you. I've got to where I can't hardly watch the punt returns, and it's not that he muffs them, it's just he's a daredevil.
Oh, and the thing is most explosive returners are. They're not afraid to take that risk. So Tigers, this is their 4th drive, and so referee's coming to talk to. It looks like we're redoing it. There was a penalty on the field. And so they're going to repunt it here. I'm trying to figure it out, Mark. I missed any type of call, but they're putting them back in the same field position that they were in. So I'm not sure what the situation is, but it's still 4th and 20, and they repunt it. Kobe waits to the last minute. This time okay, so we're in the same exact position. So they're going to mark him about the 39-yard line. So, okay, here we go.
Actually,
Again,
I got to give a shout out to Coach Mark Rogge. He used to coach here at Tahlequah High School. They've since moved up around the Kansas City area. But I think he's watching tonight, and it's snowing up there, or it did, and so he's probably watching this on the old computer in a nice warm house.
Jet sweep around the corner, trying to make one man miss. He does, trying to get up the field. Great job turning something out of that. That's Kobe Baker on the jet sweep. They're marking about a 5-yard gain, so it should bring up 2nd and 5.
Now, that far sideline,
they remarked it.
Had him 2 yards ahead of where he is.
All right, so they're going to mark it as about a 4-yard gain. So gun formation again. Twins checks the sideline. Play clock at 15. Play is coming in. Twins both sides. Single back to the left. That is Carson Ferguson. There's snap. Option. Pitch. Ferguson up the field to the 45. Tries to get to the outside, and he is brought down. They're going to say he was down before he went out of bounds at about the 47-yard line. That's going to bring up the manageable 3rd and about 2 mark. But that's a good example right there. Carson running to the short side of the field, doesn't do anything fancy, just gets up the field, as we were talking about earlier, and picks up a good gain.
Sometimes you just got to get what you can get. I mean, sometimes you can't juke your way out of something, and you just got to get it.
So here we go, same formation. Carson's to the right, motion. So motion to the left, trips, hands off inside, round the corner, gets about to the 47, again, about to the same. And he is going to pick up maybe a yard on the play. So it's going to bring up 4th and short from the 48.
You'd like to see Ferguson cut it up inside that block. Your outside blocker was pushing him to the sideline. Cut inside. Stop trying to get around to the outside of him. Let that block go and get to the inside.
So Tigers of Tahlequah march out the punt team on 4th and short. Low snap, punts away. And he shanked it there to the right. Ball's going to roll out of bounds at about depending on where they mark it, maybe a 33-yard line. Well, another 3 and out for the Tiger offense.
Boy, excuse me, but you look at the kickoff return that was so good by Baker to start the game off, and we have the ball down there inside the 10, and then we cough it up on the next play. It's the way it goes, but you'd like to have that step back.
Handoff inside. Nothing happening right there, and that's Blake Korn leading the charge for the Tigers. So no gain on the play, going to bring up 2nd and 10. You know, I think a lot of people expected this to be a shootout, just like it was last time. You know, Tate threw for 5, and Day rushed all over the place, and so not what we're seeing early in the first quarter. Is we're down to about 3 minutes to go in the first, and I think we don't even have a first down.
We do not. You are correct.
So play action, looks to his left, throws, and it's picked. Oh, my goodness, I jinxed him. That's Quayshawn Leathers. Saw that, read it like a Dr. Seuss book.
I thought he had it, Ashley. I mean, he came through there like a missile and just couldn't hold on to it.
I was about to announce the old pick 6.
Yeah.
But he did a great job breaking that pass play up. Hopefully that won't come back to haunt us, but going to bring up 3rd and 10. Twins running back to the right, still in the gun. Tigers showing blitz, and they do blitz. And here he comes. And pass is thrown incomplete.
Looked like it might have been tipped. It was looked like a dead duck pass almost, kind of.
That pressure got to him. So nice time to dial up the pressure by Wilson there. So it brings up 4th and 10. Another 3 and out for the Coweta Tigers. So again, field position. Maybe the old field position game. Rolls to his left, the punt. The deep punt. Kobe running backwards. And takes a Coweta bounce. Goodness sakes. That's going to get all the way down to about the 11-yard line. So nice change of field position for Coweta.
That was a heck of a punt. There's no doubt about that.
I believe they are going to mark it at about the 12 as opposed to 11, which is even better.
Kind of a sparse crowd here tonight, Ashley. I think most people were staying home because of the weather. So if that's the case, I hope they're listening to us.
So here we go. We definitely need to get it out of the shadow of our own end zone here. Tigers take over 1st and 10 from their own 12. 2:40 to go in the first quarter. Not a lot of offensive action. Twins to the left, Stack to the left. Looks to his right to throw it. Quick pass and is incomplete. That's pass intended for Gold Goodnight. Referee has got the play clock rolling now. Twins to the left. Gold to the right. Stack to the left. Gun. Option to his left. Pitch. He's got it. Trying to catch the edge. And he is drugged down from behind. That's Carson Ferguson, but he gets it out to about the 15-yard line for a gain of 3. Going to bring up 3rd and about 7 for the Tigers. So here we go. Play clock already down to 15. Tigers showing Twins both sides. Carson to his right. Motion. Fakes the jet sweep. Looks across the middle. And it's picked off. And that's intercepted. He's to the 15, to the 10, and he's forced out at about the 8-yard line. This is the old tip drill. You know, they make good defensive play there by the Tigers, jumping the route, and then there's just a tip ball, Mark.
Yeah. Yeah, that wasn't a bad pass or anything. Just like you say, tip drill. It's going to happen, but it's things like that that we've got to capitalize when we can.
Tahlequah's second turnover of the first quarter. Again, the first one didn't really cost them anything in field position. Let's hopefully defense will stand up here for us. So tight formation, shotgun man to the back. Keeps it up the middle. He's hit. He's still on his feet, and he's going to be close. And they say touchdown. He's in. Touchdown. Coweta, he calls his own number. J.D. Geneva takes it in from about the 8-yard line, and so Coweta is going to jump out on top, 6-0. So points off turnovers, Mark. Defense was put in a really bad spot right then. So Coweta's out to attempt the extra point, but it looks like they're going to call timeout. They couldn't figure out exactly what they wanted to do. It's always frustrating as a coach to have to call timeout on a special teams play. But a game like this, where every point matters. So again, Coweta took the timeout. So here we go. We're going to try to get this sorted out. You know, one of the goals for Tahlequah's offense tonight was, eliminate pre-snap penalties and don't turn the ball over, and they've done it twice. So, and they've got to start converting on third down. That's not happening either. That kick is up, and it is good. So Coweta on top of Tahlequah, 7-0. So not the way we want this game to start off, Mark.
Not at all. And actually, I'm trying to figure out maybe what happened. Why Day-Day? Because I think it was Day-Day that fumbled towards the end zone on that opening drive. And I see him on the sideline, and I saw a trainer talking to him, and I'm trying to see if he'll walk. It looks like he's trying to stay warm, number one. It's hard to tell if he's just trying to stay warm or if he's trying to get an ankle loosened up or something. So I'm trying to keep an eye on him to see what's going on, because he is a game changer.
Sure. The last thing we want to get is we do not want to get one-dimensional, just like Coweta, and they are pretty much one-dimensional passing team. We want to be able to strike with that rushing attack, and that's Day-Day caliber running back that Day-Day is. That's what we want to have. So here we go. Set to return again. Let's see if they kick it to Kobe again. That didn't work out so well for him last time, but they're going to kick it that direction. He's taking it at the 30. He's got a lane. Bounces to the outside to the 40. And he's going to bring it up to about the 41-yard line, depending on the spot of the ball. Tahlequah needs to do a better job of controlling the line of scrimmage if they're going to have any success running the ball, whether it's Carson or Leathers running the ball. They've got to do a better job of controlling those big boys up front. So here we go, coming off the turnover that cost them 7. Christian and company trips to the left. Handoff inside. No, he's going to keep it. He's going to fumble the ball. And it's hard to see. There's about 9 white jerseys on top of him.
Yeah. I was going to say, I think he jumped on it just as those 9 guys jumped on top of him. So
that's going to be a big loss on the play.
I'll tell you, one thing you don't want to have happen, Ashley, is frustration set in.
Sure.
As any person knows has tried to fix a toilet or do anything that's fairly simple, when frustration sets in, that is when things start going wrong.
Tate back to pass, looks across the middle. He's got a man, throws it high. Pass intended for Kobe Baker. Young man just needs to settle down, set his feet, and put a catchable ball right there.
And if that safety had been over about 3 or 4 yards to the east, that would have been another tip drill pick.
So 3rd and long. Not the ideal situation for the Tigers, down 7 early in the early in the game with 54 seconds to go in the first quarter. They move the trips to the right, single to the left. Running back to his right. Takes a snap, steps back to pass, rolls to his right. Going on the wheel route, and the ball just kind of sailed on him. I'm not sure if the receiver lost sight of it or what. Coweta did a good job covering the wheel route just then. So that's going to be 4th and long for the Tigers, and again, they're forced to punt. Low punt, and it takes that Coweta backspin, and it's going to be down at about the 40-yard line. So Coweta is going to get decent field position. Just can't get anything going, Mark, offensively.
Not at all. And even little things like that right now, like that, what is that, our 3rd or 4th punt? We punt, it hits the ground, and it bounces for Coweta. It'll bounce back to the direction we punted from.
So Coweta takes over, twins, both sides, running back to his right, gun formation, hands off inside, and he's met at the line of scrimmage by the inside tackles. He's going to pick up about maybe 1.5 on the play. Hand off inside. Good tackle.
It's Blake Korn.
Number 53, Blake Korn. So it's going to bring up 3rd and about 5, maybe 6.
That'll be the end of the first quarter.
So Coweta's up on top at the end of first. Coweta 7, Tahlequah nothing. Just really can't put a finger on the offensive woes.
Well, it doesn't help that you don't have Day Leathers in there. Your 1,500-yard rusher that's got speed and moves. That definitely does not help.
Turnovers
don't help. You know, we saw last week in that Claremore game a little bit of jittery QB play from the beginning for us, and then it settled down. So you just got to, like you said a while ago, settle down into a groove, kind of get those nerves under control, deal with the elements. It is cold, but it's cold for Coweta too. So you just got to deal with it.
So trips to his left, looks to the left, rolls to the left, and throws all the way across the field, misses a tackle, and brought down. That's number 11, Cole Goodnight, bringing him down at the 42-yard line. You know, got to make those open field tackles. When you're given the opportunity to make a play, you got to make a play, Mark. Mark, I just heard them announce that Todd Dilbeck is in attendance tonight. Todd Dilbeck, longtime coach, was actually my head coach when I was in high school. My senior year, Coach Dilbeck was his first year when we were 6A. He's a great man, a great ball coach, so welcome back to the Qual, Coach Dilbeck. Fakes inside, wants to go to the inside slant, and I'm trying to figure out if it's picked or caught.
I don't know who has that ball, actually.
It's going to, let's see where they call it, but Trey Patrick, they're going to give it to Coweta. That's the old Tigers runner, I guess.
Yeah.
Only baseball analogy I got, Martin.
Well, and I hate to burst your bubble, Ashley, but there is no such rule as Tigers runner in baseball. So, but apparently in football it does.
He does a good job cover. Frustrating.
So now they're starting to click on some offense.
So he had plenty of time to throw the slant, throws it, so we're a tight formation. They like to run. He's going to follow him, keeps it coming up the middle. It's J.D. Geneva. He's going to pick up about maybe 3 on the play. So that's going to bring up 2nd and 7 for Coweta as they are on the move. Defense has been on the field most of the game.
They're going to start getting tired. That's just the way it is. They've got to get some help from the offense.
Trips right. Handoff inside.
Yeah. Actually, that looked like the quarterback and the running back thought the snap was coming, and the center didn't snap it, and so he's going to have a illegal procedure, false start here on the Coweta Tigers.
So that's going to back them up 5 yards. We'll replay the down. I'd like to acknowledge a few other folks out there listening. Coach Johnny Dyson out of Briggs, longtime Tiger. Son Knox Dyson, a very talented young athlete playing for the Tigers. Excited to see that young man. Handoff to the outside, breaks another tackle. There's a penalty flag down, but he's brought down. But the big time gain there for Coweta. See what the penalty is. They're holding the chain crew, so let's see what they're going to call. Face mask is the call against the Tigers. And it appears that's the, depending on how far they mark it as they keep going.
They're still moving.
That's got to be about the 15-yard variety.
That
Looks
is.
that way. So that's going to be good enough for Coweta first down. It's going to bring up 1st and 10 from about the 11-yard line. And here they are threatening again, Mark.
Yeah.
Inside the 15. Handoff to his left. He's brought down. Good pickup there for Coweta of about 3. Going to bring up 2nd and 7. Passing game tends to open up the running game, vice versa. So they're testing inside the tackles right now. 9:58 to go in the second. Same formation, double tight. Man in motion to the right. He's going to throw it back. Throws it up high. He caught it. He tries to reach for the end zone. And he's going to be marked short.
He had 3. Cole Goodnight read that. I mean, he was in front of him, hands up, and Geneva still caught that pass. And that right now, if I had to summarize the game for the Tigers so far, that's it right there.
Oh, goodness. So that's good enough for first down. So it's going to be 1st and goal from the 1. Heavy package is what they call this, out of the gun. He's going to keep a call. Oh, my goodness, and he is hit like a grown man. Holy cow.
I love that analogy. He was hit hard.
Mercy. He turned him all the way. He did a 340-degree turn, not a complete circle. Eric Jones isn't here to correct my geometry and math, so I get to just make up math terms today.
That's right. That's right.
So he lost about a half a whisker on that one, so he's going to bring up hands off inside, and no one touches him. Touchdown, Coweta. So Coweta, they're up on top now, 13-0, waiting on the extra point. Not how Tahlequah wanted this game to start.
Not at all. Not at all. But at some point, you've got to stop the bleeding. You cannot let that frustration set in, and we've seen that a little bit from the Tigers already. Frustrated about how certain things are going, and you just gotta go on to the next play your assignment, take care of your job, and let those plays start to roll.
Right now, too, you want the leaders and you want the playmakers on this team to step up. This is right now when you call them out. Hey, let's go, let's get it going. So Tigers back to receive. need to have something. Mark, you feel like this is a pivotal drive for the Tigers with 8:50 to go in the second, just to get some momentum back, to let that defense have a rest. Need a good sustained drive, put some points on the board, and just settle down.
You're exactly right. Let that go out of bounds.
So they try to be tricky there. I don't know if you noticed it. He kind of changed directions there, kicks it out of bounds, goes out of bounds at about the 40. So Tigers will have decent field position. Yeah,
as Coach Bardell has just reminded me, actually, the best thing about them scoring is we get the ball back.
There's that.
Hey, I've already give a shout out to Coach Mark Rogge, but he wasn't listening. He's listening now up there in the Northland around Kansas City where there's snow on the ground. So, Coach Rogge, we miss you down here in God's country.
So trips to the right, running back to the right, handoff inside. He's got a lane, and he's going to be thrown forward to about the 50. That's going to be a 5-yard pickup. One of the better runs of the night so far. So bring up 2nd and 5 for the Tigers. We'll also like to recognize the Johnsons, Patty and Walter Johnson, who routinely listen to us week in, week out. We see them on Sunday mornings, and they are avid supporters of the Tahlequah Tigers, so want to thank them for listening all season and appreciate their support and their support of the Tahlequah Tigers. So 2nd and 5 for the Tigers, twins both sides, running back to the right. Option to the 50, cuts upfield to the 45, still on his feet. He's hit and drugged down, and he's going to be tackled at about the 43-yard line. That's going to be good enough for a first down, Mark.
Is that our first offensive first down?
That may either be our first or second, but it's definitely under 3.
We had one on a pass interference call.
So if we count that one, then that's our second first down. So got a little something going.
And that was Simon Escalating running the ball, actually. So Gilbert either didn't really like what he saw with Ferguson or wanted to change it up. Get a little older guy in there toting the rocks. So
here we go, 5 wide, quick pass to Goodnight. It's tipped in the air and picked off again. He's to the 45, and he's brought down to number 71, making the tackle for the Tigers. And it's a tip drill again, second interception of the night off a tip pass.
And I'm going to tell you right now, you look at their sideline, they're amped up. You look at ours, and it's frustration.
And it's time for a young team right here to settle down. Mm-hmm. Settle down and strap up your boots and do the little things. There wasn't a bad ball, could have been a little bit earlier, but you got to catch those balls. You can't tip them up like that. That's the second interception on a tip ball. So it's not like Tate's throwing it to the safety directly. So they're going to challenge the defense right away, as you generally do. Pass incomplete as it sails long. So bring up 2nd and 10 for Coweta. That's Trey Patrick on the coverage. So defensively, we would like to get a turnover, as that's Tahlequah's 3rd turnover of the first half. Reminiscent of the Collinsville game. It got out of hand just with turnovers and sloppy play, and so right now they just need to settle down and get to work. So handoff, tries to run around the corner, and no, he's not going to break that tackle. Great job there by the defense. I believe that's Zach Fuentes, number 45, on the tackle.
Yeah, actually, he read that. He shot that hole, and he actually hit him at the line, wrapped that leg up, and was not letting go. That was a good play by Fuentes.
So a pickup of 1 for Coweta. Going to bring up 3rd and 9. You got to figure they're in 4-down territory here.
Oh, yeah.
The way their defense is playing?
Not only 4-down territory, but, yeah, they've got the momentum. Our offense is not working too hot right now. Their defense playing well. They're going to talk about it. That's a Coweta timeout.
That's going to be their second, leaving them 1 left in the half. We still have 3 for us. So 6:58 to go in the first half. Coweta on top, 14-0. Tigers just having a hard time offensively. they get something going, and then a turnover.
Yeah.
They had great field position to start the drive. Let's recap basically what's happening. Kobe Baker takes it all the way down to the 15. Handoff to the outside, goes around. He's close to score. They knock the ball out, recover it in the end zone. They take over, couple 3-and-outs on both sides of the ball. Then we turn the ball over again, give Coweta a good position. They score a touchdown, and then that's the spark that they've needed, and their offense is now driving. Third turnover by the Tigers have now given the ball to Coweta with good field possession as it's 3rd down and 9 from the 36. Back to pass. He looks to his left. He's being pressured. Rolls out. Oh, he's hit. Good defense by the Tigers, and he's going to be brought down for a loss on the play. Sacked at the 41-yard line.
Hey, and I'm going to tell you, our defense is playing well.
No, absolutely. There was one drive.
Yeah.
One drive, I would say, but granted, they've been on the field the whole game. And in one, they were in a bad spot. When you're giving the ball at the 8, that's a tough spot to be in. But great job right there. Holding them to 3, 4 and out, I guess you should say. So they are going to punt the ball and try to pin the Tigers deep. I'm telling you, their punter, he's pretty salty, Mark.
Well, yeah, and that punt should show it. He punts it inside the 20, and he got the spin on that where it just died. I mean, it hit and just died.
So Tigers going to take over at their own 19-yard line, and really, Coweta's punter has really changed the direction of the game. Pinning Tigers, I mean, they have not had good field position with the exception of the first kickoff.
Yeah.
So he's doing a good job flipping the field for them. So Tigers take over with 6:18 to go. So the last turnover, cost them field position. Pretty little 11-year-old brought me a water. So.
Yep, I see 2 of mine eating cups of noodles right now.
So handoff. He's to the 25, trying to make a man miss, and he's drugged down at about the 27-yard line. Good pickup there of a 7 for the Tigers. That's Simon Escalating now running the ball for the Tigers. Running hard, picking up 7. So 2nd and 3 for Tahlequah. So twins, both sides for the Tigers. Simon to Tate's right. Fake handoff. He's wanting to test the field, throws down the field, trips up. I think they got tangled up a little bit, and the ball falls incomplete, so it'll bring up 3rd and 3 for the Tigers. Pass intended for Kobe Baker. Pivotal 3rd down right here, Mark.
Looked like he led him a little too much right there, which, like you mentioned, Baker was tied up with a defender. You'd sure like to see our offense get this 1st down right here.
All right, twins to the left, tight end right, offset right, tailback to the right. Looks like they're going to try to throw to the right. Caught at the 30. He's to the 35, to the 40, to the 45, cuts back inside to the 50, to the 45. Still on his feet and drugged down at the 42-yard line. Great pass and catch by the Tigers. And that's Kobe Baker, number 10.
Actually, that guy is a playmaker. He might be a sophomore, but he is dangerous. He's got hands. He's got speed.
Mark, he was covered.
Yeah.
He was covered, and he flat out outran him, cut back inside for a big play. And that what we talked about earlier. Put the ball in the hands of your playmakers. Trips to the right, handoff, trying to get around the edge, cuts up the field, tries to cut back inside, still on his feet, and brought down for no gain on the play. That's Simon Escalating running hard. Again, you can see he was trying to get up the field with no gain. Well, they are going to, let me take that back, Mark. They're going to give him about half a yard on the play.
Yeah,
we'll
half
take
yard, something like that.
So we'll call it 2nd and 9. So Tigers right now in trips formation to the left. Got Simeon Armstrong to the right. Simon Escalating to his right. Shotgun, play clock to 10. There's a snap. They got the wheel route down here, and that's what he's trying to get to. Throws it in a little bit high. Pass intended for, is that Simon?
Yep, that was intended for Escalating.
3rd and long for Tahlequah. I think Coweta's doing a pretty good job disguising their coverage. They look like they're in man, but in reality, they drop back into a zone coverage, and therefore that wheel route wasn't there because they had the deep zone there. So fakes the hand. No, he does. Handoff inside, still on his feet, still driving hard. Gets down. They're going to mark him down at about the 36-yard line. You got to feel like this might be 4-down territory for the Tigers.
It looks like they're already signaling in an offensive play right here.
So here we go. 4th down and 4 for the Tigers. Trips to the right. Tailback to the right. Can't get him to jump. Look for the call now. Play clock down to 11. Plays coming in. Tigers are going to go for it. There's a snap. High snap. Across the middle and it's caught. No, they're going to say it's incomplete. Ball's on the turf.
That was intended for Jackson Jones.
Just a touch slow, so Tigers turn the ball over on downs. So Coweta will take over at the 36-yard line with 4 minutes to go in the first half with a 14-point lead.
Well, now you're getting into, if they get a sustained drive here, they get the ball to start the second half.
Handoff, zone, trying to bounce the outside. Ball's loose! Tahlequah says they have it. And they do. Tigers take over. Great, just what we needed right there, Mark. Fumble on the play. Tigers recover. They're going to take over at the 34-yard line. That is what we needed.
That is big time.
And guess who recovered the ball?
Yeah.
Kobe Baker, number 10. So he's making plays on both sides of the ball.
Well, I was talking to Coach Gilbert this week, and he said that. He said, we've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of our playmakers. And he said, we've got some guys on this team that they just make things happen. And Baker is one of them. That guy, it's going to be fun to watch him the next few years in a Tahlequah uniform.
Handoff reverse. Of course, it's to Kobe. Tate Christian out there throwing a big time block. Oh, and they're going to throw a flag. I think we got holding on our wide receiver out there. Oh. Top side wide receiver. They're going to call a blue for holding. That is the call. So that's going to back the Tigers up. Should be 10 from the spot. Should cost us 5 in the grand scheme of things. So it should be about first and 14 or so for the Tigers because that was a spot foul. How about Tate Christian throwing a block?
That's big.
I think he forgot that he's not 250 pounds. There's a big-time block there by that linebacker scraping over the top, and Tate stuck him.
He is a gamer, though, Ashley. That guy, he wants to play. He wants to be in there and help his team any way he can.
Look at that speed. There he goes.
That's Simeon.
There you go. Give him the first down. So good carry by Simeon Armstrong. He stumbled at the start, and then he got the wheels going and put the pedal to the metal.
And we started the year off running both quarterbacks, Tate and Simeon. And Simeon was obviously the more mobile quarterback. But as the weeks went on, we've kind of just settled into Christian as a quarterback. You got to wonder now, how much did Coweta prepare for Simeon to be running that ball out of the quarterback spot? It might be something we see more, but they're cycling in Tate, it looks like now.
So Tate rolls back in. A handoff previously with Simon Escalating, a pickup of about 1. So Tate back in, trips to his left, Simon's to his left, single receiver to his right. Back to pass, looks left, looks back to his right. That's Cole Goodnight in the end zone. It is broken up. Boy, that's good coverage. Mark, you're going to go to that route right there, which I'm all for it. But Tate's got a good job of putting that up high. Cole's a big, tall kid. Mm-hmm. Put it up high where he can go catch it.
Well, that defender did a good job. He had the inside on Cole, and so, like you said, with that more flatter pass being on the inside, Cole's trying to reach over him to get it. It's just a little bit more tough.
Put that ball up high, let him go for it. So here we go, 3rd and long for the Tigers. Trips to the left, Cole to the right, Simon to the right. Handoff inside. Oh, he keeps it. Bounce to the 15, dragging a young man. Gets down to about the 14-yard line. Let's see. Oh, they're going to mark him short. Come on. They're going to say that he is short of the first down.
Looks like less than a yard.
So Tigers obviously going to go for it. 2 minutes, 25 seconds to go on the play clock, on the game clock, excuse me. There's snap. He's going to keep it around his right side. He cuts up more than enough for first down. He's going to be knocked down at about the 10, depending on the spot. Like that call, like that play, pick up the first down. Tigers are now threatening at the 10-yard line, excuse me. Tigers have kind of resorted to, hey, let's just run the ball a little bit. Trips to the left. Single receiver to the right. Tailback to his right. That's Simeon Armstrong still in at quarterback. Rolls to his right again. Basically the exact same play. To the 10, to the 5. Oh, my goodness, what kind of tackle was that?
It looked like he had a handful
looked like he got his
shoulder pad or something.
Tackled by his head at the 4-yard line. Well, that's using your head, Mark.
Yeah, no kidding.
Send that guy to the chiropractor because he's going to need a neck massage. So trips to the left, single to the right. Same formation previously. Escalating to his right. Play clock down to 12. 153 and a half. Tigers threatening to score. There's a snap. Keeper up the middle. Still driving his feet. Still driving. Still driving. Still driving. He's in. Touchdown, Simeon Armstrong. There we go. Minute 47 seconds to go. Number 15, Simeon Armstrong says, give me the rock and feed me.
You want to see that. You want to see that drive not just going down. That's big time right there. And the Tigers, they need that score. Minute 47 to go in the half.
Playmakers make plays when you need them to make plays, and that kick is up. Trey Patrick's kick is good, and Tigers cut into the lead. Coweta still up, 14, Tahlequah 7, but that's the drive that we needed. Our defense needed a break. Simeon did a great job on that drive, knowing where he needed to get. And look, right there, Mark, kept his wheels driving. Kept driving, because he was hit at about the 3-yard line, and they pushed, and got that extra 9 feet that they needed.
Yeah, that was, and he got that big, the big first down run. Can't say enough about Simeon right there, stepping up when we need him. For whatever reason, with no Day in there, I think it is due to some sort of injury. We're going to have guys. You have to have guys run that ball and run it with some authority.
So there's the kick. It's going to be fielded at about the 24-yard line. He runs to his right. He's to the 35, to the 38, and he's hit and still dropped backwards. So defensively, Mark, they've done a good job. They've been put in a bad situation a couple times, which is why we see the 14-point lead. Again, they took over on defense one time inside the 8, and then they had one sustained drive. So in reality, 7-7. But I shouldn't say in reality. I should say in football fantasy, it's 7-7. In reality, it's 14-7.
In football fantasy, it is 7-7.
So here we go. Coweta with one timeout in a minute 40 seconds. They run trips to the left, shotgun formation. Back to pass, looks to his left. Throws way down the field. Trying to go to a single receiver on the right side, covered by number 17, Colton Booth. Good coverage by Colton Booth. I'm telling you what, he loaded up and he fired.
Yeah, that was a fastball for sure over the middle.
So it's going to bring up 2nd and 10 for Coweta. They run twin packages. Single back to his right. Twins both sides, left and right. Handoff inside, and he is tackled by the linebacker. Let's see who that is. I'm sorry, not the linebacker. No, that was the linebacker. That was Kobe Baker, once again on the tackle. I think right now I'm just going to say, if I have a doubt, I'm just going to say Kobe Baker on the play,
that's right,
whether it's offense or defense, because that's the kind of game he's having today. So 3rd and 6 for Coweta. About a minute to go left in the first half. Twins, both sides, running back to his right. Back to pass. Going to his right. He's well covered. Ball sails out of bounds. You know, that is a I've just lost my words, but that was great coverage. Textbook. You know, it's an education system. You guys don't have textbooks anymore,
right,
you know, because of funding issues, and I just forgot the word. So textbook. That was textbook.
Right.
Using the sidelines to help as a defender. Yep. So great coverage there by the cornerback. So exactly what you want out of your defense. 3-and-out mark, and there's a punt. High punt. Fair catch, call for. And he bobbles it. And they recover it.
It's been that kind of night.
As I let out a sigh.
Just let it hit.
So there's Tahlequah's 4th turnover of the first half. Now, am I not confused? Don't you get a 1.5 yard halo?
Well, and I was going to say that part of the deal there was he reached up to grab it over a Coweta player's helmet. I don't know. I mean,
so Coweta takes over. Twins back to pass. He's looking to his right. Throws across the middle. He's wide open. I mean, wide open. He's going to score. And it couldn't get worse than that.
That is what you do. As if the muff punt was not bad enough.
Well, they're not moving, and we may have an issue. There's a penalty on the play.
There is a flag on that far side. Looks like a receiver or something happened
Coweta's
out there.
not very happy about it, but they're holding him still. Holding against the Tigers. Holding against the defense is the call. Obviously, Coweta's going to decline it, and that's going to be a touchdown.
The coach for Coweta is jumping around like he had something in his pants biting him.
So I bragged on Kobe Baker, and then he muffs the punt for us. So here we go. Kick is up. It's good. And Coweta strikes with 35 seconds.
He missed it.
I'm sorry. It is no good. I took my eyes off for just a second, Mark. Keep me in line.
To be honest with you, I cannot tell any extra points if they're good or not. I just watch the official.
Let me tell you about a football game I watched in the early 90s. My brothers and they were playing. The McClures were all playing. Bruce, Gary, and the only one was Lum. He wasn't playing. That's Jeremy. He was young. And we played Okmulgee at Okmulgee. They had a young man at tailback named David Thompson. We kicked a field goal. It was good. It was good. And they called it no good. Channel 8 was there. They filmed it, showed it on the news. It was good, and we lost the ball game.
That's crazy.
I will never forget that.
They're going to enforce that holding on this kickoff, Ashley.
It was a heartbreaking loss in the early 90s. So Gilbert is fired up. Asking them how they're going to enforce that penalty. I believe it's my understanding that you would have to decline the penalty. I don't think you get the touchdown and that's right. They declined the penalty. So they're going to back it up to normal. It wasn't a dead ball penalty. So it was an in-play penalty. So you don't get to tack it on. So we're going to discuss what's happening here. Referees calling officials timeout. White hat is going to come have a conference. Back to that story at the time, the Tigers were #1 in the state.
Holy cow.
#1 in the state. I tell you, Mark, it literally feels like yesterday. A couple talented football players. I'm not 100% certain, but if I do recall, Coach Brandon Christian, Coach Gary McClure, I do believe were on that team at that time. Okay, so after conferring, they are going to move it up to the 50.
And now Coach Gilbert's calling for the white cap over.
So we're going to discuss this. I mean, there was talk of, was that an illegal pick, and then they called holding, and now they're enforcing the penalty. I want to be clear, we're not disparaging the referees. We're just talking about what's going on right now. Coach Gilbert is visiting with the white hat right now to try to get it sorted out. So Coweta on top right now, 20-7, 35 seconds. Tahlequah does have 3 timeouts. So depending on how aggressive they want to be with that 35 seconds. So Gilbert has made his case. And it appears, I'm not real sure what it appears. It appears that they're still trying to sort this out.
Right now it appears as we don't know what's going on.
Coach Dilbeck is over the OSSAA officiating crew. He is in the house tonight, so we may reach out to him to get some rules clarifications.
Wish we could be like
Mike Pierre, call for Mike Pierre and
like
ask him what's going on.
Fox football.
So we're back to get some more clarification or explanation to Coach Gilbert. I think they went over to find out because the far side referee made the call, and so now they're going to go back over to explain Gilbert. You ever remember that show, Mystery Science Theater?
I do. The three
little
little
wish
alien
you had
guys.
the little guys talking right now,
Yes.
pretending like what they're actually saying, you know? Gilbert, see, that's Dano's over there. But if you go past Dano's, there's the skate house.
That's
I
right.
got it, Coach. I see. Okay. Oh, the skate house. Yeah, that's it. On down past Dano's is the skate house. Oh, now they've got it clarified. No change. So we're going to kick off from the 50.
Well, I don't know if Gilbert was satisfied with the explanation or not, but
Low kick recovered at the 20. Got a lane to the 35, to the 38. They're going to mark him down at about the 39-yard line. 30 seconds to go in the half.
I mean, I don't know. Let me second guess some Coweta coaching. Why don't you try and kick the ball deeper? You're already on the 50.
Sure. I mean,
you know, why don't you try and, I'm not saying boot it to the end zone, but I'm saying they just tried kicking it from the 50 to the 25 or 20.
so Tigers line up, trips to the right, running back to his right, single up to the top, rolls to his right, throw, caught, that's Cody Baker, cuts back to the inside, to the 50, and I can guarantee you Gilbert's yelling to him, get out of bounds!
And he did. The official on this side stopped the clock.
Are they stopping the clock because he got a first down, or are they stopping or because he got out of bounds?
Well, now, I don't know
No,
that.
Gilbert called a timeout. So timeout, Tahlequah. They do have 3. So Tahlequah first down, just inside the 50 at about the 49.5. That's a good play. Baker does a good job catching that ball, but rather than cutting inside, he's got to have field awareness and run out of bounds. Stop that clock, and let's hold on to the timeout as we get inside closer. 24 seconds to go in half. Tahlequah trying to get some points on the board before they have to kick it back to Coweta. So trips to the left. Same formation, we just flip-flop it. Take Christian in at quarterback. Play is set. Clock's running. Rolls to his left. Basically the same play. Oh! Tries to throw it to his inside shoulder, and he can't come down with it, so it's going to bring up 2nd and 10, trying to get it in the hands of Kobe Baker. Tate trying to get something going here. 20 seconds to go in the half. Same formation, trips left. Don't expect to see a lot of different formations right here with 20 seconds to go. Rolls to his right this time. Caught, still on his feet. Timeout's called on the field. Clock stops at 13 seconds. He's going to be about a yard shy of the first down.
Simeon Armstrong on the reception.
So they're going to mark him at 41. I said a yard shy. It's probably about 2 yards shy. So it'll bring up 3rd and short for the Tigers of Tahlequah, that is, with 13 seconds to go in the first half. You figure they're going to take a shot here, Mark. Couple shots here with 1 timeout, maybe. See what Gilbert drew up in the dirt for him. 5 wide, empty backfield, 5 wide, trips to the left, twins to the right. Coweta showing cover 2. Looks to his left, forced out of the pocket, going down the middle. Oh, letting just a little bit. He puts that ball on him. He's in a great position.
Yep, he had the inside leverage on that defensive back.
Great protection by the Tigers. So it's going to bring up 4th and 2, 8 seconds to go in the first half. Tahlequah down 20-7. Here we go. 5 wide, trips left, twins right. There's the snap. Stepping up, going deep. Just throws it. And that's going to be picked off at about the 2-yard line. So Tate's 3rd interception of the first half. Tahlequah's 5th turnover of the first half.
Well, and you want to talk about how you did not expect that first half of football to go at all, with the Tigers coming in 9-1 and rolling, coming off a huge game against Claremore. Coweta coming in 4-6, but actually this is a well, now I've lost the word I'm looking for. This is a rivalry game. Probably our biggest rivalry is Coweta.
You're absolutely correct. This is when it matters. It doesn't really matter what you did all season long. You're 0-0. You win, you keep going. You lose, you go home.
That's right.
And honestly, Mark, 5 turnovers in the first half. That's not winning the turnover battle, and
not at all.
To be only down 20-7. That's something to hang your hat on, especially when you've had 5 turnovers.
Exactly. So the Tigers, Tahlequah Tigers got to just come out that second half. They've got to get some defensive stops because they're going to have to kick the ball to begin the second half, and then that offense has got to get something figured out. I think part of the problem is not having Day in there. He's huge. Tate may be feeling he's got to do a little too much with the passing game. And so, who knows?
You're correct. We're not second guessing coaching by any mean. When they bring Simeon in that last drive and they just establish the running game and get down the field and score. Then after they score and they get the ball back, then they feel like they're having to gain yards in bunches,
Yes.
And so it kind of takes away from the ability to just control that clock, pound it down the throat, and score. And I honestly would expect that when they come out in the second half, the defense is going to have time to have a rest.
Yes.
Settle back down, get a good 3 and out, and then they'll just settle down and march down the field and score again. And they're right in this game. It's not over. It's not a blowout by any stretch of the imagination.
Not at all. And we've seen Tahlequah come back behind at the half. We have seen that happen. So that's not really anything to be, super concerned about right now. You got to see. You want to see some of the penalties stop. Turnovers got to stop. They just got to settle down and play the football game they can play. Well, Ashley, we'll take a break here. Folks, what we're going to do is there is no band tonight, no marching band for halftime show. So what we're going to do is we're going to mute the mics, and then we'll just put a title screen up. So, run to the store, get you a cold Dr. Pepper and some Doritos or something, and we'll be back in about 17 minutes. You are watching Tahlequah Tigers Athletics.com. All right. Welcome back, Tiger fans. We got about a minute 45 left on the halftime clock. We've already reset from the original 20 minutes, so we'll be getting started soon. Ashley, some things got to change for the Tigers to come out ahead tonight.
No, absolutely. And you have a game plan when you have a tailback like Day Leathers. It's our understanding that he is out with ankle injury the rest of the game. So we hope and pray for that young man that it's nothing too terribly serious. But now that they know that he's out, I mean, you go into halftime and you can change. It changes your game plan. You have a game plan based around him, and so time to re-scheme things up. And if the coaching staff, you have the faith and trust that can get it done, and that's Gilbert and his crew. We believe that they have done what they need to do to make the halftime adjustments. Again, 5 turnovers in the first half, and they're only down 20-7. Could be way, way worse. They're still in this. It's only two scores, and they're right back in this thing. I mean, they're already back in this thing. Let me just say that. But they've got to decide, hey, do they want their magical run to stop right here, or do they want to get to the quarters again?
Yeah, exactly. This is where you see, you're facing a little adversity. You got to see what you're made of. I mean, that's basically where the Tigers are at right now, and they're breaking their warm-up huddle here, and we will be kicking off to start this half. So hopefully that defense got their breath. Hopefully they're relaxed and ready to go.
Maybe they can force some turnovers early here in the second half and get our offense in a good position to put some points on the board. I want to just take a minute and recognize Hulbert Riders are out playing at home for the first time in many, many, many years. They won their district. They have a pretty salty tailback themselves, and Jacob Bruce is anticipated to break the all-time state rushing record tonight. We'll keep you updated if and when that happens, and I do believe that they are leading right now 22-13. So we want them to do well and have success when all our teams in Cherokee County do well. But specifically right here, right now, down 20-7, Tigers need to get something going and get some points on the board and get themselves to climb out of the hole they're in. So there's the kick. It's taken at about the 27-yard line to the 35, to the 40, to the 43, and brought down about the 44-yard line.
And Ashley, I watched. That looks like Dylan Parrish ran in like a maniac and about hurt himself trying to tackle that returner.
Dylan a little bit slow to get up, but he is up. So Tigers of Coweta will take over at their own 44-yard line. They're rushing and breaking the huddle. And so they run out. Twins to their left. They are going north. Going south to north, I guess you'd say. Running back to his right. Tight end to right. Back to pass. Looks across the middle. He's got a man. And throws it behind him. Incomplete. Mark, he is wide open.
That is.
I'm not real sure how he got so wide open, Mark.
I don't either. It's not what you want to see. But thankfully, incomplete.
Tigers need to do a better job up front to get pressure on Geneva. If Geneva is pressured, he doesn't make those throws he wants. Handoff, running the outside, big pickup of about 6 yards on the play. So it's going to bring up third and about 4 for Coweta. Dylan Parrish again on the tackle. So Tigers need to stop here. Twins to the left, tight end right, tailback to his left. Back to pass, going across, crossing route, caught, first down. Going to be knocked out of bounds at about the 38-yard line. So first down for Coweta. Again, wide open. So Coweta, first down at the 38-yard line, 11:13 to go in the third. Play clock is at 18. Twins left, tight left, running back left. Handoff inside, runs to his left. Still on his feet. Still moving the pile. Still going. Still going. And they're going to finally say this forward progress has stopped. He's going to get it down to about the 34-yard line. Pickup of about 4 or 5 on the play. Going to bring up 2nd and 6 for Coweta. Mark needs something big to happen here defensively.
You'd sure like a turnover, fumble, interception.
Big tackle for loss or something.
Yeah.
So trips to the right. Handoff again, trying to bounce to the outside. He's got a lane, and he's tackled there by the cornerback.
That is the opposite of what we wanted to happen.
No. Absolutely right. I will say this, Zach Fuentes was held on that play. As you can see, he tried to get his shoulder pads turned completely around. Clock is running. 1st down. First down. Coweta moving the ball at ease here. Twins to the right, tight end to the left, tailback to the left. Back to pass, looking across the middle, steps up in the pocket, still moving. Got a man in the end zone, caught. Touchdown, Coweta.
Actually, they moved that ball down the field with ease.
Yeah, that was like a warm knife going through butter. I mean, that is not how you want to start the second half.
Not even close.
So a 10-02, Coweta. There's a penalty on the play. False start is the call against Coweta, so it's going to back them up 5 as they try to take the extra point. Another penalty. Another false start against Coweta. Not sure what they're doing to warrant the false start call. I'm not seeing it, Mark.
I'm not either.
We'll take it. I'm just not sure what they're doing.
Yeah.
White hat explaining it to the Coweta coach. Let's watch them here. They look set again. And then they got him again. I did see the flinch that time.
I saw it that time. And Tahlequah's boy, they're really showing like they're bringing pressure. And that offensive lineman here on our side,
well,
looked like the tackle.
So now they're trying to the extra point from about the 19. So there's a snap. There's a kick, and it is no good. Well short. So penalties cost them on their extra point, so we'll take it. 26-7. Tahlequah down 19 points.
Well, we've got to – I'm just going to say, if we go 3 and out,
it's going to be a deep hole to climb out of.
A big hole to try and get out of. And
I would like to see just a good sustained drive end with a touchdown right here. Just something to just, again, get that momentum back for the Tigers. Of Tahlequah, that is.
That's right. Well, we've been told by some fans we're not allowed to say the opposing team's mascot. So anytime you say Tigers tonight, I'm just assuming you mean Tahlequah.
Well, not the start to the second half defensively that you would hope for from a 9-5-9 defense, but back to receive is Tahlequah. There's the kick. It's a line drive squib taken at the 40, trying to get upfield. Slung out of bounds at the 44. Maybe they're going to mark him at the 45-yard line.
That's Bradley Pruitt on the return.
So
not only was he tackled out, he was I'm telling you what now, he was hit a good 4 yards out of bounds and slung to about 8 yards out of bounds.
So good field position for Tahlequah, taking over at their own 45-yard line. Needs something to happen here. Here we go. Overload left, Twins to the left. Tahlequah likes to run out of this package. Simon Escalating cuts up to the 50. Inside Coweta territory to the 48-yard line. Nice pickup of about 7 on the play. Should bring up 2nd and 3 for Tahlequah. Waiting for the play to come in. Play clock is at 16. Twins to the right. Overload right. Tailback to his right. Motion to the left. That's Johnny Football. Johnny Utah. Low snap. Handoff inside. Cuts up the field. He's got a lane. He's to the 40. Still on his feet. To the 37-yard line. That's good enough for a Tahlequah first down. Good pickup there.
Starting good. Starting good.
That's Simon Escalating again on the carry. Tahlequah running that, both H-backs up. Play clock down to 14. Checks the sideline. Calls coming in. Down to 10 to 9. Same formation. There's a snap. Back to pass. Going deep. Sells it wide, inside, and incomplete. And Jackson in there playing defense again.
Yeah, that was close to an interception.
They are covering very well tonight. He's throwing it inside, and the cornerback's getting inside leverage. He's got to put it on that back shoulder, Mark.
Yeah, that's right.
So here we go, 2nd and 10 for the Tigers, same formation. Handoff. Caught the line, breaks through. Good little pickup there. That's Simon Escalating running hard.
He's getting good chunks.
He is. You know, he was hit about 2 yards, and then he lunges forward and picks up another 3, so it gets him into a manageable third down of 3rd and about 5. Again, I feel like we're in 4-down territory.
They brought Tate Christian off the field, Ashley, and they've got Simeon back. They're wanting to run it probably right here, 3rd and 5. Or at least make Coweta think they're going to run it.
Sure. Overload right. That's what they do. Rolls to his right, cuts up the field. Slows down, is taken down at about the 30-yard line. Not very much going there.
So that'll be 4th and 4, you know. See if we go for it. I think Tahlequah will.
It's going to be 4th, what do you say, about 3 for the Tigers of Tahlequah. Tate back in. Play clock at 15. Down to 10. Motion to his right. There's a snap. Handoff. He's still on his feet, still driving. I think he got it.
I don't think so, actually.
It depends on the spot. From up here, it looks like that they. Nope. The line judge is saying first down, Coweta.
Yep.
And White Hat agrees. Turnover on downs. And that is a question that we've had all season about measuring. You know, have they not on measuring? It's been something all season. It's not anything to negative. It's just that it seems like no one's measuring in a lot of games.
And you know, I can speak from the baseball side of things.
Good deep, good pressure. Steps up out of the pocket. Still breaks another tackle and another tackle. And finally he slides down at the 40. He's going to pick up a first down. He was forced out of the pocket. Good pressure by the D-line, but Everybody else was down in coverage, and they can't catch back up to him.
You know, when it comes to baseball, every summer we kind of get told what the officials for the spring are going to focus on. You know, hey, this is going to be a point of emphasis for umpires in baseball, and I'm sure it's the same way for these football officials. And maybe trying to speed the games up.
Handoff inside. Pickup of about 2. It's going to bring up 2nd and 8 for Coweta. Double tight, Twins to the top. Moves him over to his left. Back to pass. He looks to his left. Down across the... Incomplete. Missile.
Boy, Fuentes, he laid some wood on that receiver. That receiver didn't want to get up too quick right there.
So, going to be 3rd and 8 for Coweta. Big time defense. Cole Goodnight's looking and say, hey, what do we run? What do we run? And he's got the call now. Kobe Baker heading back over and a cover 2. Back to pass. Looks to his right. Throws across the middle. Incomplete. Ball was a little high. I do not see any penalties on the play. No flags on the field. Good coverage by the Tiger defense, and they get it done that time, Mark.
That's right. Colton Booth on defense right there. So
looked like he timed that very well, and the ball's uncatchable anyways. But
maybe that's the spark they need for the offense to get going.
I mean, any kind of spark. You know, get them some Advocare. I think they make spark, right? Put it in the Gatorade or whatever they're drinking down there.
Something like that.
There's a kick. And there we go. Get a Tahlequah stop there at 31-yard line. Maybe the 30 and a half. So Tahlequah is going to take over, 1st and 10. 6:04 to go in the 3rd. Coweta up 26-7. Just offensively, not what we've hoped for. Again, Day went down early in that first drive, an ankle injury. And Tahlequah's never really got anything going since then. Final one drive, Simeon Armstrong punches it in. So still waiting for something to happen here. Motion to his right, overload to the right. Handoff, runs back to his right, trying to get to the lane, squirts through. He's to 35, breaks a tackle, breaks another tackle, and he gets about 12 on the play to the 42-yard line. Thought he was going to go down and kept his feet going and made something out of nothing there, Marcus.
He's surprising. I don't know if we've seen him really carry the ball much this year at all. And he's doing his best to get this offense energized right here. So let's see if they keep going to him.
So same formation, 1st and 10 from the 43. Motion to the left. That's Johnny Utah. Handoff back inside. He's going to be brought down about the 46-yard line, a pickup of maybe 3. Bring up 2nd and 7. They bring their speedy guys back in. That's Cole Goodnight and Kobe Baker back in the ball game. So Twins to the right, offset right, tailback left, single receiver to the top, gun motion. It's Kobe Baker in motion. Fakes the jet sweep, throws to his right, caught. That's Cole Goodnight, and he's brought down, ping on spot at about the 50-yard line.
That's good defensive play by Coweta right there. He tried to spin back inside.
So it's going to bring up 3rd and short for the Tigers. 3rd and about 3. Samanas will down. Trips to his left, single to the right. Play clock at 15. Plays in. Running back to his left. Handoff. And he's hit at the line, still driving his feet, being on a spot. The line judge has him a little bit further than the far side line judge. Let's see where they're going to put it. That is close. It's going to be 4th down and about 1. Tigers stay on the field. Gilbert's going to take a timeout for the Tigers. 4:05 to go in the third. Coweta up 26, Tahlequah 7. Big time play right here, Mark.
This is big. I mean, I don't even really know what to say right now. If they, if they don't get it, well then Coweta's got good field position, and they've been moving the ball pretty easy. If we do get it, I mean, hey, that's great. And I think you got to go, right?
I think you got to go here too, right? You got 4:05 to go. You've only put 7 points on the board. You're down 19. You're down 3 scores. You got a yard. It's a gut check for the offensive line and for the tailback. Quarterback, the offense. Hey, let's get it done.
Yeah.
Let's get it done. The season's on the line right here.
That's right. Let's see that offensive line get some push. Escalating, he's already showed tonight he'll get those feet going.
So 4th down. Rolls is right. And he's going to be short.
He's going to be short, Ashley, yeah.
Well, let's see where they mark him. They're marking him pretty close. It's a generous spot. And we're waiting to see. Oh, they're going to measure. We just talked about the measurement, and they're going to measure this one, Mark. Mark, from up here, it looked like that he was well short, and they got a good spot. I like the spot.
This is a Tahlequah spot, I feel.
From this angle, where they spotted it, it looks like it's good enough, but we're about to find out. The proof is in the pudding, I guess. Not the Cosby pudding. And we're trying to judge by the reaction of the players. Tahlequah says it's good. Coweta says it's them. First down, Tahlequah. There we go. Woo! Boy. Mark, and our comment all year long has been a frog's hair. That truly was a frog's hair.
I have never, I don't care if it's high school, college, NFL, whatever level, Pony League, I've never seen a Whitecap have to bend down and get his face as close to, it had to have been just unbelievable. I've never seen one that close.
So here we go. First 10 for the Tigers. Twins, man in motion. That's Kobe to his left. Fakes his jet sweep. Then they throw it back to him. It's caught. And there's nothing there. They're going to lose yards on the play. That play was covered from the beginning. It's a wonder it wasn't picked off.
Coweta, that did not trick them at all. They knew what was going right there.
So loss of about 3 on the play. Bring up 2nd and 13 for the Tigers. Trips to his right. It's going to be empty backfield. Trips to the right, Twins to his left. Coweta showing the cornerback blitz here. Play clock down to 10. Trying to get the play in. Down to 8. They've got it. There's a snap. Caught at the 40. My goodness, I'm going to tell you, Coweta is doing a great job in coverage, Mark. There is just a small window. Tay did a good job putting that ball right where it had to be, but they are doing a great job in coverage and disguising their coverages.
Yes, there is no doubt about that. They are playing a great defensive ball game here. That's going to be a first down.
Nice pickup.
Pass to Kobe Baker.
For the Tigers. Kobe Baker with a pickup. So we got something going here, Mark. So 2:30 to go in the third quarter. Tigers waiting on the call to come in. Call is in. Still an empty backfield. Trips to the left. Twins to the right. Heading north to south. They're going from the north to the south. Quick pass. Who's that, Jackson? No, it's Simon.
Escalating.
To the 20. Look at him running like a grown man. Down to the 14-yard line. Well, they're going to give it to him about the 13-yard line. You know, Simon Escalera is a lot faster than he looks. Did you see the explosiveness? I almost thought it was someone else just because of how fast he went. So trips to the left, signal to the right, running back to his right. Handoff inside, still driving. He's going to be tackled about the 9-yard line. So good pickup. Pick up a 4, bring up 2nd and 6 for Tahlequah. Trips to the left, single to the right, rolls to his left, looking to pass, throws it, caught, trying to get to the end zone. He's going to get down to about the 1.5-yard line. Kobe Baker, nice catch by Kobe. Let's see, are they going to mark that? Yes, sir, that's good enough for first down. So Tigers have 1st and goal. They're going to mark it at about the 2, I guess. So we'll take it. 1st and goal for the Tigers. Good catch by Kobe Baker. And I'm telling you, it was covered. Nice touch pass by Tate. 1st and goal for the Tigers. Play clock down to 5. There's a snap. Is that Simeon? Still driving, still pushing, still driving. And he's going to be pushed backwards, but he's going to pick up about a yard and a half. Yeah. So it's going to bring up 2nd and goal from that's Simon Escalera. I do believe I'm going to have to run over to NSU Optometry Clinic and get my eyes checked. Because at this distance, they really just look like orange and white blobs.
That's right. I know. So I always say when I bring my binoculars and I forget.
So play clock down to 10, 22 on the go. They roll to the left, and there is nothing happening there. Coweta sniffed that out. Game clock down to 10. The Tigers trying to roll them in, and that's probably going to bring us into the end of the 3rd quarter, and they are. So it's going to be 3rd and goal as we go into the 4th. Coweta all over Tahlequah, 26-7.
Now it's crunch time. This is it right here.
For the seniors, this is potentially their last 4th quarter.
Yeah.
You know, and
exactly.
I don't know what movie it is, but what you do now echoes in eternity, right? It's things like this that you'll remember the rest of your life. This is potentially their last 4th quarter. Are they going to make the best of it? So 3rd and goal, and mark it. Coweta defense stepping up here. We're going to flop.
It's hard to beat a team 3 times in a year. There's just only so much you can do. So,
well, you amass so much game film, and these teams get to know each other. There's very few things that you can do to surprise one another.
Yeah.
You know, and at the end of the day, it's just lining up man on man and doing your part better. So here we go. Feel like the Tigers need to score right here, right now. Motion to his left. Handoff. Rolls to his right. He's got a man. Oh, he has him wide open and he misses him. Oh, he was there, Mark. He was wide open.
It's kind of
that was a play that you got to have. You got to make that pass.
It's just kind of the way the Knights went for the Tigers. It was open right there, and we throw it behind him and at his ankles.
So 4th and 3. So 4th and goal from the
field
3.
Goals do you no good. You've got to get 6.
Field goals kind of at this point like kissing your sister. You know,
I'll take your word for it, Ashley.
So here we go. 4th and goal. Same formation.
We're going to take a timeout.
And Tahlequah's going to take a timeout. You got to make sure we know what exactly we're doing on this play because this is a pivotal play. You know, you're running out of time when you got to get 3 scores.
Yes.
However, Tahlequah is down to their final timeout. They have 1 timeout left. Coweta has all 3 of theirs. 11:55 to go. Tahlequah trails Coweta 26-7.
And what was already a thin crowd tonight, Ashley, is even thinner. I think that temperature down into the 20s or 30s and the scores running people out.
Sideline trying to implore the crowd to get fired up here. That's Colton Booth trying to encourage the crowd. So here we go, 4th and 3. There's a snap, handoff, inside, cuts, still on his feet, still driving. Look at that. And they're going to say he's short, but that wasn't from a lack of trying, Mark.
No, he took several hits and kept going.
He got it all the way down inside the 1. Tigers turn the ball over on downs. I just got a text message from my sister that said no thanks on that kiss. So. All right, so here we go. First tip from the 1, handoff inside. Oh, my goodness, there was a hole you could drive a truck through. And he is brought down at about the 13-yard line. First guy to touch him was the safety.
Yeah. Yeah. You know it's not good when your safety's making tackles on run plays.
Want to give a shout out to the Tahlequah Tigers 7th grade boys basketball team. They won the Battle of 51 tournament over in Coweta last night, so great job for those young men. Quarterback keep around the edge. He's going to pick up about 4 on the play. So 2nd and 6 for Coweta at their own 17-yard line. Handoff inside again, stuck at the line of scrimmage. They're trying to strip the ball out. Defense trying to force some turnovers. So no gain on the play. Bring up 3rd and 6 for Coweta. Clock running, 10:35 to go in the game. Tahlequah trails 26-7. Twin set, running back to his left. Looking to pass, throws over and caught. Good enough for a first down. Let's give him another set of downs.
Well, and the Tigers right now, we're about to lose the clock.
They've got to get the ball back quickly and get something happening because you can see Coweta's going into clock management here with their heavy package, quarterback keeper, still on his feet, still driving, look at that. That is just unbelievable.
He almost got a first down. Got a Tahlequah Tiger on the field right now.
They pull him up. They're going to mark him down just shy of the first down. Picked up 9, was hit after he had gained about 2, and I think in that big pile, pushed it another 5 yards. So heavy package again, 2nd and 1 for Coweta. And Tigers jump off sides. That's number 11, Cole Goodnight, trying to get a head start there. Ain't cheating, you ain't trying, Mark.
Rubbin's racing. And that's the first down.
So another set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10 for Coweta at their 42-yard line. Handoff inside, tries to get to the outside. He's hit, breaks the tackle to the 45. Ooh, and he's hit hard at the 45-yard line, and that's where he's going to stop. They are going to mark him at the 46-yard line. Must have stuck that ball out a little bit further. Temperature's gotten a little bit colder, Bart.
It's, we've got this window open up in this box, and it's chilly. There is no doubt about that. And I'm already not looking forward to carrying all this stuff down the press box, which is why I got these big guys, which I don't know if I've given a shout-out tonight to our crew. We have Blake Watts producing, running the computer, and then our camera people, Jaden Dawson, Cheyenne Arenas, Aubrey Gresham, Hunter Burchett, and Sergio Rodriguez, all doing a great job for us tonight. And a bunch of these kids have been outside in the cold.
So great job there. It's number 45, Zach Fuentes on the tackle. So it's going to bring up 3rd and 7. I'm sorry, 3rd and about, well, let's see where they mark it. 3rd and about 5, I would say.
Yep, looks like it.
So here we go. Trips to his left. Running backs to his right. Geneva, quarterback. Back to pass. Looks left. Across the middle. Throws. Caught. Right down at the 45. The Tahlequah 45. That's going to be more than enough for a first down.
And actually, that game clock's down to 7:48, so.
Just eating the clock away on the Tiger season.
Yeah. We are rapidly approaching, if not already approaching, a point in the game where that clock is another huge enemy you have. There's a good defensive play.
It's going to bring up 2nd down. They're going to give him a 1-yard gain on the play. And Blake Korn on the tackle. Well, Mark, win or lose, Tahlequah has had a fantastic season. No matter the outcome of this game, they are a young team that I'm very excited about potentially what's going to happen next year. Again, we pray that everything's okay for Day, that it's nothing serious. But the future's bright here for this Tiger football program. So a good pickup by Geneva there. It's going to bring up 3rd and short for Coweta. And that clock continues to run. We're down at 6 minutes and 30 seconds to go in the game. Twins left. Tigers almost jumped. They get back. No one got in the neutral zone, so no penalty. Play clock down to 2, down to 1. And timeout called by Coweta. They're just letting the clock run. Tried to get Tahlequah to jump off. They don't have any part of it. So Coweta takes a timeout, and it'll bring up 3rd and short. You're looking for him to make something happen here, Mark. Strike quick, onside. Strike quick, onside.
Yeah, I mean, that's what we're down to. That is exactly what we're down to. Maybe a pick 6.
Scoop and score.
Yep. All the above.
You got to figure that Coweta's going to run the ball here or do some kind of short pass, being 3rd and short, get another first down. So here we go. 6:09 to go in the game. Heavy package for Coweta. Quarterback keep around the corner, and he's hit, and he's going to be stopped short. They're going to mark him as maybe a half a yard gain. So bring up 4th down. They are marching out their punt team. Bradley Pruitt now back deep. Trying to pin the Tigers deep. And ball dies. Oh, my goodness, Mark. That pretty much sums up this game right there, Mark.
Yep, still rolling down.
That ball is down at the 2-yard line. At the 2-yard line. So 98 yards to go to hit pay dirt. I think we're drawing plays in the dirt. They got one.
I think we're basically trying to figure out anything that we think might work offensively.
So trips to his left, running back to his left, wide receiver to his right. There's a snap, rolls to his left, throws, caught at the 10. And going to be tackled. They're going to run the clock. They're brought down at the 11-yard line. So he's just about a half a yard short. So it's going to bring up 2nd and a half of 1. .458 to go in the game.
Big run.
Good run by the Tigers down to the 27.
Nice hole right there for Escalera.
Simon Escalera. .450 to go. First down. Twins left, Twins right. Empty backfield. I'm sorry. Trips right. Twins left. Play clock to 20. .443 to go in the game. Back to pass. Looks left. Throws. Caught. Runs back inside. Back outside. Penalty on the play. See what they're going to call. It's caught by Simeon Armstrong, trying to make something happen, but generally do a bunch of cuts like that. It's going to put somebody in a bad position for maybe a block in the back, but we'll see. This is usually in the area of blocking the back or face mask, and I didn't see a face mask, so we'll see what they're going to call. Holding is the call against the Tigers. But it's a spot foul, so that's going to be 10 yards from there. Then they'll replay the down.
I think they called that on Cole Goodnight. He was out there blocking on the edge. That's where the flag was thrown.
And that's a tough job right there as he cuts back inside and cuts back outside, puts them in a tough position, and then it's sometimes hard not to hold, hard not to hit them in the back. But just trying to make a play. So it's going to be 1st and about 12. First 13 or so. 5 wide. Trips to the right. Twins to the left. Looks to the left. Same play. Caught.
Oh.
Good, caught. Still on his feet to the 42-yard line. That's Cole Goodnight making up for the penalty. That ball was tipped. That would have been a pick 6.
Yes.
He couldn't come down with it, but Cole does on the trip drill and gets a first down. So nice awareness there. Same formation, 5 wide, empty backfield, trips to the right, Twins to the left. Tate's trying to get him lined out. He sends somebody off the field. Now he's back on the field. Nope, tailback's running off the field. Wrong formation, clearly. Trying to get set. Play clock's at 10. Little confusion. Game clock at 3:55. Back to pass. Quick pass to Cole inside. Spin to the 45, down to the 40. Down to the 30. We're going to mark it at the 38-yard line. 3:47 to go. Tigers on the move. Nice grab by Cole Goodnight. Way to use his body to shield the defender from the ball. Clock running. 3:42 to go in the game. 5 wide. Trips right. Twins left. Empty backfield. There's snap. Pass incomplete. Intended for Simeon Armstrong. Back to pass, rolls to his right. He's got a man open. Caught at the 30, to the 25, still on his feet. And then he's going to be knocked out of bounds. They're going to run the clock, though. They're going to give him forward progress down to the 21-yard line. It's good enough for a first down. Feel like you're kind of playing for pride at this point, Mark.
Yeah, definitely. You're just wanting to lessen that point differential right now. Get another 7 on the board.
Trips left, looks left, rolls to his right, telling the receivers to go out. He doesn't. He stays put, but the quarterback does. Wide open, hits him. That's going to bring up first and goal for the Tigers. Did you see that? He's trying to tell his receiver, go, 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 go. And then the cornerback thought he was going to flow in the end zone, so he comes off of him, ends up making him wide open, puts the ball right on him. He's able to get out of bounds to stop the clock. I'm sorry, apparently he doesn't stop the clock. They're still running it.
No, they wound that.
2:45 to go. Tigers first and goal. Empty backfield. Trips to the left. Rolls to his left. Oh, trying to make someone miss, and not going to happen. He's sacked for a big loss. Back at about the 19. Oh, they're going to stop him about the 17-yard line. Shake him up a little bit.
It's complete to Armstrong. Hey, he's going to barrel his way in.
Well, wait, let's see.
They're going to say he stepped out.
They're going to say he stepped out at they're marking him at the 6. .202 to go in the game. Tigers threatening. 3rd and 6. 3rd and goal from the 6. It's a game of missed opportunities, Mark.
There is no
Looks
doubt
to his
about
right,
that.
inside, ball's tipped, incomplete. It's going to bring up 4th and goal, minute 58 to go in the game.
What has there been 2? We've had 2 goal line stands repelled by Coweta. Is that correct?
That is correct. One was the very first drive of the
yes.
game. Then one was shortly, not too long ago, last drive. And now here we are.
You know, you just got to make those plays. And what we've had 5 or 6 turnovers. It's
5 turnovers in the first half.
A lot of that stuff, it's hard to overcome.
Mark, it's tough to beat 2 teams when one of the teams is yourself. Rolls to the left. Pass is batted away. And that's probably going to do it, Mark.
Yep, I would say that right there seals the deal.
So with the Tigers of Tahlequah having only 1 timeout left, Coweta can run a play and then from then on kneel down, and they will advance to the quarterfinals. So it looks like Coweta will be playing Ardmore, as Ardmore is giving Piedmont all they want. So Mark, it has been absolutely a pleasure to call these games with you. One of the things I look forward to is Tahlequah football games, whether I'm in the stands or up here with you, but I've really enjoyed calling the games with you this season.
It's been fun. It has been a lot of fun. Now, as far as the Tahlequah Tigers Athletics.com, we're going to switch gears and transition into basketball and wrestling season. So
I don't know much about wrestling other than singlets.
Well,
and I'm not even sure how they score points, but we can tickle the twine in basketball.
That's right. Tickle the twine from 1909 in basketball. When it comes to wrestling, now I know a lot about wrestling. There's a big difference in wrestling and wrestling. I don't know if Coach Kirby lets them throw in them folding chairs on
a ladder match.
But ladder matches, now that kind of stuff, buddy, I can get involved in. And so, but we'll start. It'll be the months, November, December, January, and February. We have basketball and wrestling. So, folks, you can watch us. Same website. We'll be doing all the home matches. We don't go to away games on those.
Well, Mark, I want to take a minute here and just congratulate these Tahlequah seniors on this football team. A fantastic season as they're going to end up 9-2, making the playoffs for the 5th straight year. You hate to end it like this in front of the home crowd, but they did something special here, finishing 2nd in the district. And it's tough to beat a team 3 times in the calendar year, but they played their hearts out, played a great season. Very proud of these young men, and the future's bright for the Tiger football program.
Oh, when you look at that starting lineup that we had tonight, I mean, it's lots of juniors and sophomores. We graduate, and I hate to start listing names because I know I will leave somebody out, but you're going to feel losing Cole Goodnight. You're going to feel losing Grasshopper on the offensive line. And Brandon Davis and Nathaniel Justice, who have both been hurt now for several weeks and have played in limited capacity with limited mobility, you're going to miss those guys, but just like in most things, who's the next man up? You know what I mean? Who's the next guy? Who's the good freshman or sophomore offensive lineman this year that was playing JV and will be playing varsity next year? And there's the shaking hands. And so Tigers, like you say, they finished the season 10-2, which is nothing to sneeze at. That's a heck of a year right there. 5th year in a row Tigers have made playoffs.
So Coach Gilbert is now going to enter the offseason and prepare his team for next year's run. I guarantee you they're going to come in next year highly ranked. They're not going to be underdogs hardly anywhere, and we're going to expect big things from this Tiger defense. Hey, nothing to shake your head out. They had a great season. They should hold their heads up high, be proud of what they accomplished, even though it didn't end the way they wanted to. Be proud of what you've had and build upon the legacy that you've started here.
That's right. All right, well, folks, thanks for listening. For the 2018 football season, Ashley and Mark, we're done. So we'll see you in basketball season. Y'all have a great night.